Welcome back to FM Story. In the last episode, we began season 9 of this South American glory hunt to save. At the end of season 8, we got sacked by Atletico Nacional. We moved on. We left Colombia and went to Peru and joined Universitario. And the last episode was a bit weird. We've made it into the group stage of the Copa Libertadores and got 4 points from our opening 6 games. But we then also lost 4 of our opening 5 league games before, at the very end of the last episode, going away from home against Alianza Lima in the Super Classico, the favourites for the title, and we won 4-0. So who knows what to expect from this episode. Hopefully we can go on a good run of form, but without further ado, let's get into the action. We've made it to the beginning of May, and following on from that victory at the end of the last episode against Alianza Lima, we have really turned a corner as far as our form's concerned. In the league, since that game against Alianza Lima, we've won every game. 2-0 at home against Atletico Grau, 3-1 at home against Municipal, 4-2 away against Cesar Vallejo, and then 6-0 at home against Cantalao and 5-2 at home against Minucci. Which means, as far as the league's concerned in this opening stage, we've got ourselves up to third. We are 5 points behind Juan Auric at the top, who we haven't played yet. They've played a game more than us. We're 2 points behind Melgar, who we obviously lost to on the opening day of the season. Alianza are down in 6th, and Sporting Cristal are having the kind of season it looked like we were having at the start. They're down in 13th. Despite having the leading goal scorer in the league. And things have continued to go well in the Copa Libertadores. The 2 games against Sao Paulo, the first game, we were never in the races. The second game, we were 1-0 up pretty early on from Alanzinho. They equalised. And when they missed a penalty, I did think, maybe we can hold on for a point. But in the same move that they missed the penalty, they then scored the second, and Guillaume added a third. They were just too good for us, really. And then we went away to Uruguay to play River Plate. And with 10 minutes left, we were 4-2 down. Victor Guzman came off the bench, grabbed 2 goals, levelled it at 4-4, which means with 1 game left in the group to go against Colo-Colo, who are bottom of the table, we are currently sat in a qualifying position on goal difference ahead of River Plate. So River Plate plays Sao Paulo, who've already qualified in the last game, but Sao Paulo have been by far and away the best team in the group. We've got Colo-Colo at home, so hopefully we can get a result, finish in the top 2, and it'll see us into the knockouts. But for now, we're focused on the league. We've got an away trip to León de Huánuco, who are currently sat in 7th. They're 4 points behind us. They've had a sort of up and down season, 5 wins, 4 losses. Hopefully we can continue our great form and pick up another result here. And so this is the side we've picked. We're sticking with that sort of 4-1-3-2. We are now trying to train Thiago Alcaraz, who's really a right winger, to play through the middle, because I think he's good enough to be in the team. Just we're not playing with a winger where he would be a natural fit. Amaya, thankfully, is back in the team. He's been out injured for a few weeks, and hopefully we can continue this good run. So we've got our 4-1-3-2 against their 4-2-3-1. Hopefully we don't get overpowered in the wide areas. Very little happening early on, and they've got a goal kick that they've gone short with into the midfield. They've given it away to Mir. Shoots from the edge of the box, just narrowly wide, and it looked like it hit the side netting as it was bending back in. Sotomayor to Fuentes. Ventura out to Amaya at right back. Drives forward. Finds Maya in the box. pulls it back, and there's Kiro Ramirez from the edge of the box to slam it home and put us 1-0 up after half an hour. So Maya drives down the wing, draws an extra defender. Maya then pulls it back, and Ramirez running onto it, fires past the keeper to put us in front. Right, a throw for them. We've won it. Fuentes finds Maya into Alcaraz in the box, and he fires home from close range. We're getting a VAR check here, but it looked like he was miles onside. And the goal's been given. So a throw for them. It's won by Doritis. Fuentes finds Maya. He just plays the ball down the side of the defence into Alcaraz, and obviously came off either the keeper or the defender on its way in, but it's definitely Alcaraz's goal. Well onside. Just uses his body to get in front. And there we are, half-time, 2-0 up. Dominant performance so far. We just need to make sure we don't do anything stupid in the second half. Right, we've sent the same team out to start the second half. We'll give it 15 minutes or so before we make any changes, make sure we don't let them back into the game. Right, so we've made some changes just after the hour to get some fresh legs on and get some game time to players as well. Right, Doritis with a corner, in swinger to the back post. The header from Navarro, who's just come on, is just wide of that far post as well. Right, Doritis with a free kick, lifts it into the box looking for Aguirre. Alcaraz picks the ball up. Finds Doritis, who goes for goal, smashes off the crossbar. Ramirez with the ball to the back post. Sotomayor finds Doritis, and then nothing comes of that. And there we are, full-time, comfortable 2-0 victory. The only concern being a late injury picked up in injury time by Jürgen Meyer, who was the man of the match, was outstanding in creating chances for us. And hopefully that's not a bad injury, because he's been pretty decent for us so far this season. We're now into the middle of June, and we've got a big game at the top of the table coming up against Juan Auric. They, for so long, were flying high at the top of the table. We're now top of the table, 1 point ahead of Melgar and Juan Auric, so this is going to be a big, big game. And our form has been wonderful since the end of that last episode when we beat Alianza. We've won every game in the league since then. Obviously, the most recent one we saw there was that Leon de Juanico one. We've then won 3-2 against Clenciano. We did have to come from 2-1 down to get that one. And then we beat UTC 3-1 at home in the last game. And as we said, we are currently top of the table. We have just got better as the season's gone on. I mean, imagine seeing after 5 games, the team that had lost 4 out of their opening 5 games was going to be top of the table. Having won every other game since then, you would be, I don't think anyone would really believe it. We have got a bit better at the back. Cowie is up there with clean sheets, with 5 clean sheets this season. And then in the Copa Libertadores, we drew our last game in the group 1-1. Sao Paulo beat River Plate, which meant we finished second in the group and qualified for the knockout stages. So there we are. We finished second with a -1 goal difference, 6 points. The only game we won was the very first one against River Plate. We drew both games against Colo Colo and the second one against River Plate as well. And we're into the knockout stages, where we've been drawn against a former club in Internacional. So that's something to look forward to later on in the season. Obviously, though, as far as the save's concerned, we've already won the Copa Libertadores, we've already won the Copa Sudamericana. So neither of those trophies are really anything that we're paying too much attention to as far as the saves going on from this point on. But it's good to just keep a good run of form in all competitions. Now we turn our attention to the game against Juan Auric. We do have some issues. So Fuentes is suspended, Mea's injured. We've got a couple of players that are doubtful. We're about to lose 3 players for international duty for the Copa America. Now, luckily, only one of the players that we're going to lose is actually a starter for us in Ventura, the centre half. Jorge Diaz, who's the sort of backup right back, left back, is going, and so is Dennis Pacheco, who's right down the pecking order as far as centre forwards are concerned for us. But luckily, we're only missing the one big name player, and that'll be from after this game. So Ventura should be available for the game against Juan Auric. So this is the side we've picked for this big game at the top of the table. We obviously have those injury issues in the midfield that we mentioned, but luckily Diego Neira's back from an injury that he suffered early on in the season to alleviate some of those issues. We've barely been on the ball in this first half. They've got an early corner here into the near post. I don't know whether the keeper saved that or whether that came off the post, but he gets that one. And it stays 0-0. But Kawe now then out to Doritis. Coronado. Alcaraz going down the outside. Overruns it. But Doritis wins the header. Neira. Alcaraz back off the woodwork, but he was offside. And there we are, half time. Very much, they've had all the possession, they've created most of the chances. We've only seen that one highlight, which was the corner for them that led into the counter-attack for us. But we just need to be much better in the second half. Right, we've sent the same team out to start the second half, and hopefully we can perform a bit better than we did in the first. Doritis with a corner up in the air. Ventura, what a goal. No wonder there's so many big South American clubs after him at 20 in the Peru squad for the Copa America. But this is ridiculous. The in-swinging corner that they hit up in the air, and Ventura just swings his left foot at it, and the volley flies past the keeper to put us 1-0 up. Right, a throw for them. And they've worked the ball onto the edge of the box. And luckily that was always going over the top. Right, Carrier with a goal kick for us. They've won the header, but Doritis now back to Sotomayor. Aguirre. And we're going to get caught on the ball in our own half here, aren't we? Sotomayor to Alanzinho, back to Sotomayor. Neira loses out just inside their half. And we've allowed them to come down the field, cross towards the back post. I mean, we might get lucky and this one might get disallowed, but I think it's going to get given. But we've just given the ball away in a stupid position and let them come forward. Luckily, it's been disallowed, but we need to be much better. I mean, it was offside, but we nearly gifted them a way back into the game there. Right, so we made some changes to get some fresh legs on here. Alanzinho lifts the free kick into the box. It's headed clear as far as Sotomayor. Doritis. Neira helps it onto Alanzinho. Just drills it across goal, in off the far post. Puts us 2-0 up. And hopefully that's the 3 points secure. We've not been at our best in this game, but when we've had the chances, we've actually taken them. He just cuts across it into the far corner. A good throw for them. Again, they've got into the box pretty easily. Luckily, they don't have their shooting boots on today, given the chances they've created. Alanzinho with the corner. It's up in the air. Luna back to Alanzinho. Quinones moves it on. Aguirre. We're going backwards here. Jorge Diaz. Quinones plays it into the box. Alanzinho left it. Sotomayor into Luna. Navarro finds Guzman. And the keeper turns it behind for a late corner in injury time here. It's going to be in-swinger from Guzman. It's headed clear as far as Alanzinho. Guzman into Luna. Back to Quinones. Diaz on the left-hand side. And there we go. It's full time. 2-0 victory. We didn't play very well. They were probably the better team. But we've come away with 3 points and we're top of the table. And there we are, the end of another episode, and things are in such a better position than they were midway through the last episode. Up until the end of the last episode when we beat Alianza, we'd lost 4 out of the opening 5 league games. We've now won the next 10 on the bounce. And we're a point clear of Melgar at the top. Hopefully, there's 2 games left in this opening league phase. Hopefully we can pick up victories in both of those in the next episode to secure top spot at the halfway point. Join us next time to find out where we finish in the opening stage of the league season. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.